WJG Sports. We journal great.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Just Like Bruddas podcast, episode number 43 here with one of the all-time great Wayne County basketball and baseball players, Wesley Case.
Leslie, thank you for coming on the show. You're the first student athlete we've had on the show, so we really appreciate you taking the time for joining us. Of course, Wesley is a senior at Eastern Wayne High School. Of course, with baseball season now, well, everything now being officially canceled, we've tried to find ways to get student athletes involved in the show. And Wesley, thank you for joining us. We're really happy to have you on the show.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
Go ahead, Kai. Get it started.
All right, Wesley Case. Man, how are you doing right now? I know, sports right now just canceled spring sports. How are you feeling?
It's tough. It's my senior year. Just trying to stay in shape, but got a church I go and work out at, and try to keep playing a little bit. But I think I've done put the baseball down. So I was full throttle with basketball. So I've pretty much been working out and just trying to stay healthy.
Right. So I guess you've decided that for college you're going to play basketball for college.
Yes, sir. I'm going to try to play. I'm thinking about trying basketball 1 year and then maybe possibly the second year try some baseball, maybe, if I get comfortable in college and not so overwhelmed with everything first year in college.
So what has your recruitment process been like? You can talk about baseball as well if you'd like, but for basketball, what has been kind of the recruitment process been since everything has gone down?
Well, since we can't go anywhere, they kind of gotta, I guess, kind of just go off of what they see on videos and stuff. So it was pretty slow. I got a few offers during basketball season, and then after the third round, we lost. But I had a few coaches get in contact with me after that, and then it got pretty slow until my last little mixtape came out, and after that, it kind of shot back up. I've got an offer from Chattanooga, and I've got a lot more interest from a lot of other places after that video came out. And baseball, I talked to Adam Pate the other day, and I told him pretty much what I was going to do. Go ahead and go with basketball. He said, buddy, I'm going to support you in whatever you do. So I'm pretty much going to put the baseball down. It kind of sucks, kind of heartbreaking. But I've kind of picked up a little bit, talking to coaches a lot.
What are the offers that you currently hold for basketball? Just to let the people know.
I got Wake, Tech. I've got Johnson Community, Chattanooga, Eastern Nazareth. I've got a few more. I can't think of them right now, but most of them are JUCO. I've got some interest from St. Andrews. Can't think of them right this second, but I've got a few bigger schools kind of looking at me too.
Well, that's still good that you. Those are some really good ones, even the ones that you can't mention, but those are still some really good ones for sure. Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Right. So, what are you really looking for right now from a college?
Pretty much good coaching staff. Feel like a family, pretty much. I want to go somewhere that's going to fit in, and I want to go, and I'm going to be comfortable and stuff. But schooling and stuff, it's going to be college, so it's going to be kind of rough. So a lot of help that I can get from the college professors and all of that. So, just pretty much somewhere I can be at home, feel at home.
talk to me a little bit about your career at Eastern Wayne. What were some of your favorite moments as a baseball player and basketball player there?
We'll go on baseball first. Beating J.H. Rose last year, or the year before last. I think it was the year before last. We beat J.H. Rose. It was pretty much the best feeling. One of the best feelings of high school. You beat the number 9 ranked team in the state and 20-something in the country. I mean, can't really argue with that. But baseball and probably hitting my first home run in baseball. That's like the nicest feeling. You just know it's going to go out, and you just are like, you know. But for basketball, is probably, especially last year, I say that's the top of it. Going to the third round, that hasn't happened, and I can't tell you when. And probably the most special moment I've had is getting my 1,000-point ball. I mean, I've worked my tail off for the last 4 years, and the first 2 years it was a struggle because, I was a freshman on varsity, so they didn't really trust me and stuff. But
you had shorter hair back then too, as well, right?
Yeah, it was really, really short. But yeah. But yeah, it was that's pretty much. I mean, the two biggest ones are this last year and my 1,000-point ball.
What that New Hanover game, the second round game specifically, what were some of the things you guys did to weather that storm and beat one of the top 3A teams? I think they were number 2 in the 3A East when you guys played.
Yeah.
So what were some of the things you guys did as a team to pull away in the second half of that game?
We went into the game as we're good or better than them. So Wood, he came out strong. Devin played his tail off. Just pretty much everybody came together. Like once we won that first round and we kind of got a little confidence, and then we came to New Hanover and everybody was in Goldsboro were hyping about, oh, y'all are going to get beat. So that just gave us more fire on top of everything else, saying, we haven't been to the second round and I don't know when. So we just came together as a team and it felt good at the end. But Wood, I didn't play my best game. I did enough, but my teammates as a whole did really good. With Wood having a 12-point stretch by himself in a minute and a half. Devin just being a dog down there. And, pretty much just came together as a team and just fought through it.
I feel like that the loss to J.H. Rose, the one at home, was kind of a turning point for you guys this right at the end of the year. So after that, what was that stretch like after that in terms of responding to a tough loss where you guys were right there at the end and pull together to have a special run to end the year?
Yeah, the J.H. Rose at Eastern Wayne?
Yeah, the game at home, yes.
It killed us. After that game, Manning came in there and he was heartbroken because, we had him on the ropes.
You guys were like coming back. You guys were down 20, and you were right there.
Yeah. So it was kind of I think that's when we came in and pretty much came together as a team and just said we've got to get it together because we should have that, because we had a couple games this year like that. But that one hit us hard because it was close to playoff time and we were just trying to, get it together.
How important was Meatrix's presence to the team once he came in after he was eligible to play?
It was a big game changer. It was like the piece pretty much we were missing because he's got a bunch of dog in him. The first game or two he was a little out of shape, and he jumped right back into it like he was doing it the whole year with us. But he was a big part of our run, a big part of every game pretty much because he'd play defense, he'd give you rebounds, shoot a three, he'd dunk. lay up, score, whatever you want him to do, he was there. He would do it.
How much different do you think your season would be had he started playing from the very beginning?
That we probably would have made. We would have been a lot better, I think, because if we could have had him in our starting five as we had in like our last few games, we would have come out on top a lot more than what we did, because we were kind of undersized a little bit in certain spots down low. But if he would have came the whole year, we would have won a lot more games than what we did. Double maybe.
You know, when you look at Devin this season, man, he really stepped up and changed pretty much the way people looked at him. What was it like kind of seeing him have the type of games that he had this season?
Well, it's funny. Coach Coles came to me, and before the season, Coach Manning and all them came to me, and they were talking to me about Devin and stuff, and he was like, he's getting a lot better, this and that, and it surprised me, to be honest with you. It surprised me because he took a big jump because he played a lot of basketball this summer, and he got a lot more experience and stuff because he hadn't been playing but since 8th grade, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So from this summer and all of that, his experience and everything, it helped a bunch. And he's a pretty legit big man, I'd say.
Right. How exciting is it for you to see him be able to sign to play college? I mean, and then also, too, you guys could, make another team there at Wake Tech.
And Meatrix, too, also signed.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a possibility. I haven't ruled it out and keeping my options open, but it's exciting because just seeing the last 3 years playing with him, it's just how much he's grown, and then finally he is committed somewhere and gonna go play. Like I care about me, but like seeing my boys go and like going to the next level, it's like crazy because I've seen them because I was a freshman on varsity, so I saw like the JVs and stuff come up to varsity, and now I was playing with all of them. It's just exciting and kind of, I don't know. It's kind of, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just really exciting. Yeah, it's
right now. Of course, too. Also, in your senior year, you actually played football.
I did.
What How did you get into football, and what was the experience like?
Well, I wasn't gonna play. I had a broke wrist. I had a broke wrist, and Coach Oates has been begging me the last 3 years to play. And I was at my buddy's house one day, and he played football. Joey DeMaca, he was one of our linebackers. He actually told me, he was like, "Hey, you want to go to football today?" And I was like, "Nah." So then I called Trey Johnson. He's one of the assistant coaches, and he said, "You ain't coming to football, are you?" I said, I don't know. And then Joey kept going on and talking to me about it, and I was like, you know what? I'm tired of y'all talking to me about it. I'm going to play. So I keep in mind I got a cast on my wrist, and I got there, and I'm going for wide receiver because they had CJ. He was there for quarterback, and I ran a few routes, and our offensive coordinator, he looked at me. He said, "Are you gonna play football with us?" I said, "Yes, sir. I think I am." He said, "All right, well, you better be ready." I said, "Okay, that's fine." And then, by end of practice, and we're throwing the ball around, and he said, he told somebody to go out for a pass, and I threw it probably 45, 50 yards on a dot, and he said, "Oh, so you can play quarterback too?" And I was like, "No, no, I don't think so." So yeah, it was a good experience. that's probably one of the sports that I wish I played all 4 years, because like how you come in as like a family, you get like really close to like all the players and coaches. Like you would get out of school at 3 o'clock and you'd go to football till 6:30, and I mean you're with them all afternoon. The next day, all afternoon, and you got a game. But that's one sport I wish I would have played all 4 years. And but it was pretty much one of the best experiences I've had in high school, to be honest.
So you came in after DD had gotten hurt.
Yeah, I think he kept talking to me too about it. They were just, all of them were talking. You need to go play quarterback. You need to go play quarterback. And I was like, I don't think it's a good idea. But it was after he got hurt. It was like a week after maybe. And it was the funnest time of my life in high school.
Right. I mean, and then when you look at it, you and Dede got very close. Do you think that was because of football, or were y'all guys already close because of basketball, or what?
Well, I mean, we were pretty close. We didn't hang out a lot. We talked a lot and hung out at school and stuff, and obviously football. But he helped me when he put me at quarterback. He was at probably every practice that I can remember, and he would kind of go through what he would go through and kind of like teaching me what he does and how to keep my feet moving, just little stuff that he learned. So he's passing it on to me, and so it helped me a lot.
So you had never played football up until you take a varsity snap as a quarterback.
No, I played quarterback, but it was like 10U, 11U. So that's the first time I have picked up a football my senior year since like 8, 9, 10U, like a legit football to like play a football game. Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
Did you ever take like a really huge hit that you were like, wow, maybe I shouldn't have did this?
Yeah, and I'm sure Jalen from Southern Wayne, I bet he'll watch this, but he wasn't, but he was. I don't know. He was correct. Jalen Thompson, big boy. My boy.
NCCU Tiny, yes sir.
Yes sir, big boy. He was playing kind of outside linebacker or whatever, and there wasn't nobody that touched him. And I said down, set, hit, and took about 3 steps, and I was in a motion of throwing, so all my ribs and everything was open. And he popped me one good time, boy. And that was probably one of the good hits I've had in ever, probably. Nobody touched him, and it was just full on bam.
And he's a dog too, so that had to hurt.
And then he kind of talked to me a little bit when I was getting up, but it's all out of love. He's one of my boys.
Speaking of, this is a good transition. Who are some of your favorite athletes in the area that you've gone against over the course of 4 years?
A lot of them. Well, I'll go ahead and say Bull at Goldsboro. He's one of the toughest guards I've played against. Isaiah, my sophomore year, that went to Goldsboro. Jamari from Southern Wayne, he's a dog. David from Southern Wayne. Probably Rakeelam. He went to ACOT. Well, he went to Southern Wayne and went to ACOT my freshman year. I played against him. Dayron, but he's not in this area. But we'll just go ahead and put him in there.
It's all you did. I said over the course of 4 years, so that.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, Shy and Jazeer, all of them boys over there, all.
Yeah, they were some dogs.
What was that like playing South Central that year when they're just rolling?
Oh, where they blew everybody out by 50, even the state championship. Yeah. It's like walking. It's like you at the park, and like the dream team comes up, and you're just like, all right. But I mean, we held with him when they came to Eastern Wayne. I will give it. We held with them fourth quarter, about 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. I think it was a 9-point game. And then
That's true. You guys were one of the teams in conference that actually hung with them for a little bit.
yeah, we hung with them a long time, and then they just did what South Central did. They put a 15-point lead in about a minute and a half. So I mean, it's kind of, you can't really stop the guards. I mean, you can pack in a zone, but they'll look at you and shoot in your face and smile at you. I mean, they pretty much did whatever they wanted to on the court.
Right. So going against Shy, man, what was that like? Going against Shy. I mean, I know he's one of the probably the toughest guards you had to play.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Shaw, he's just a different animal. He's all under control and has no emotions, and he's just a complete certified dog. It's tough because he just does everything perfect, just about it. Just is calm and cool and collective, and he'll get in your head because he's I don't know, he's just a dog. You can't really explain. Yeah, I mean, you can't really explain it. It's just, I mean, he'll get in you, and then he'll back off, and then you're done. He's done figured you out. So.
Yeah, absolutely. That was really good. I like that. That was really good analysis of Shaquille. He chose really good players. I mean, Bull today just committed to Bluefield College, so I was really happy for him, of course. But I really like those selections. Those were some good choices.
So what was probably the game that when you think about basketball, where you were just like, ooh, I was untouched. I was on fire that night. Nobody could guard me that night.
Oh, yeah, I want to hear.
You already know which one it is. You already know what one it is. It's the Goldsboro Eastern Wayne game my senior year.
Right, the one at Eastern Wayne, right?
At Eastern Wayne.
Oh yeah, I
remember you hit that three and then you just took the back foot.
On that play, I almost fell. To be honest with you, I was falling, but I caught myself.
Yo, what you had, like 30 or like 28?
I think I had 29, and I missed like four or five free throws. I was so mad.
And
it's crazy when you look at it. You had that big night against Goldsboro, and then Devin had that big 31 and 27 game against Goldsboro. And it's like you couldn't get that win twice.
I wish I could. I wish he would have played like that both games. If we both would have played like that both games, there's no doubt we should have won those two games if we would have both played like that. No doubt.
Mean, even then, the second game was right there, and Jaquez hit that big shot. Of course, I mean it was pretty much an even game both times. I think Goldsboro just made a lot of really big plays down the stretch.
Yeah.
I mean, that three by Jaquez was crazy because it felt like you guys were like right there, and there were a lot of games where you guys were really close. So it's not like you guys were like 18 and 11, and like 6 or 7 of those losses were really close games. So
yeah.
The crazy thing about that at Goldsboro game is Wesley hit 2 free throws to put him up by 3.
And I thought I had that game. Like, no, I drained both of them. And then all of a sudden, bam, 3 ball.
Yeah. And when it comes to Jaquez too, that's not really the guy you expect to beat you with the 3-pointer on that team.
No, I helped because I did not want Christian to take that shot. I didn't want to take it, but I just felt like if he gave it up, there was no doubt I thought he was going to miss it. But I thought he was going to miss it, but it left his hand, and I said, daggone, that's a beautiful shot. That's going to hit. And then it went down, and everybody went crazy, and I was like, God almighty.
By the way, about Wayne County basketball in general, what is it like between you kids, like in terms of the relationships you have? Like, how strong is the bond in Wayne County basketball through the student athletes?
I guess it's different for each school. I would say Goldsboro, off the court, we're close, not close, but I mean we keep in touch and happy for each other whenever do something good or whatever. But once in my mind, once I cross that line, I'm just gonna turn the switch and I don't know you, but I mean like Goldsboro and Acock, that's always big for Eastern Wayne. They're always rivals. But Southern Wayne the same way. But yeah, once I cross it, I flip it, and I don't know you, but after that, after the game.
And it's funny too because you are one of the most friendly and popular people that I've seen come across that line, and then you can just flip that switch and be as competitive as you are.
Yeah, and then I mean, if we're at the half court line or whatever, and they talk to me, I'm gonna talk to you and have fun. I mean, I like to have fun in the game. May not look like it all the time, but I'm having fun because I'm on the basketball court playing. But the bond is on the court most of the time. I'm just going to have to be a dog for 32 minutes. But after that, we all good.
Right. One of the things, too, that I think about when it comes to your career, you've always been really under the spotlight because of all, how popular your dad is, how popular your brother is, and how long that people saw that you were working hard at basketball. What was that like kind of playing on that microscope all the time?
Well, I mean, I'm still the best in the family. They want to admit it, but I'm still the best in the family. But my brother, he played with Rico McCarter and Rock and all of them, so he was always on the big stage because they played like the John Walls and the Ians and all of that. But I mean, I guess it's okay. I guess you could say it's a case thing. That's what me and Dad always say. It's just a case thing. But
I think we found
bad.
the title for our episode, Kai.
It's a case thing. Yeah, one of the things I always remember about Landon is no matter what angle he was, he could always find the open man, no matter where he was.
I don't know where he got it from. I really don't. Because he just had his court vision is like absolutely insane. He's like a true point guard. He'll play defense. He'll get whoever you want to open. You could tell him a person to get open, and he'd go do it next play. But he did play with Rico McCarter and all of them. So I mean, I guess he had it a little easier.
I was always nervous to play with Landon because Landon, he would be running full speed up in the air, and then he'll just throw it between his legs, and it'll hit you right in the hands. You're like, whoa, where'd that come from?
I don't know where he got it from, but he could. Still to this day, when we'll go play every once in a while, and we'll play, up and down or whatever, and I don't know how he does it. I don't even see it, and I thought I had one of the best court visions I know, but he'll close his eyes and just pass it to somebody that's open that I don't even know that's open. But I wish he never would have stopped playing.
Yeah. One of the things, like I don't know if I ever told you, I think I have told you this story, but how the first time I ever met Wesley, it was at the Wayne Country Day Charger Madness. I don't know if he remembers the story because he was like probably 6 or 7 years old. And they had a 3-point contest, and Wesley beat every single one of the varsity players in the 3-point shootout. That was the first time that me and my mom talking about that.
That's funny.
You beat Rico. Yeah, you beat Rico, and I want to say Josh Gregory.
That was hard to beat.
Yeah.
People were pretty hard to beat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I think you hit like 8 threes in a minute, and like I said, you were like 8 years old.
I shot better.
Man was coming down.
One of the things I always remember too about Wesley too was him and Marcus when they would come to Terry Jones's basketball camps. Marcus Metcalf.
Oh yes.
Ooh, those were like we would stop, watching the campers do anything. We'd stop shooting the basketball and just watch him and Marcus play each other because they pick a team of 5 and go on, on a little side court, and they would just go at each other for the entire game.
Yeah, he's doing real good too. He's killing wherever he's at. Still can jump out the gym. I see his videos all the
time. Let's see. What was I gonna ask? About the we kind of have this debate. I think make the case that Wayne County / Green is better than JoCo basketball if you want.
Wait, say that one more time.
Wayne County versus Johnston County basketball. What are the bigger strengths for Wayne County?
That one's kind of hard to say. Let's see.
Yeah, because they didn't really play Johnston County like that.
Well, because we were gonna do the classic, and I felt like it was something good to ask.
Yeah,
actually, how about this?
Wesley wanted. I know Wesley had someone who really wanted him. I know Austin Robinson really wanted to get at. Wesley.
Yeah, I was ready for Austin.
That's what I was gonna.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Well, let's talk about that. Austin is Austin is a really good friend of mine, and it doesn't matter what we are doing, we will talk crap to each other about. It could be throwing cornhole bags, and we would talk so much crap to each other. But it's all out of love and it's fun. But at the end of the day, he knows that he's the boss. Okay, I take it back.
That's maybe, what I was trying to lead to. I was trying to lead to just him just talking about.
Maybe. I love that boy to death, and that Joker.
That's our guy, man.
Joker can shoot anywhere, from anywhere, and it won't be nothing but.
This man is in 3-point range the minute he gets off the bus. That's him.
Yes, he don't have to leave the gym. He don't have to leave his home gym. He's playing away, and he can shoot.
Exactly, facts.
So, would you have beaten Austin in the 3-point shootout?
I don't know. You had to ask him that. But from my perspective, I think I could beat him.
I was gonna say you gotta go with you. You gotta have that confidence, bro.
I mean, I got the confidence, but if he makes, I would say this: if he makes his first 3, it's done. I'm done. He's not gonna miss another one. But if he misses the first 3, I'm good. I think I could pass.
All right. So who's the better baseball player, you or Landon Ginn?
Okay, that's not even a comparison. You got my buddy. I was just with him the other day, and we were talking about him going to the draft and stuff. And you can't even put my name in. You can't do it.
Oh yeah, that's
right. It don't even go together.
Landon is up for MLB draft consideration. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
He might actually get drafted, low key.
He's got a good chance if they have the draft. I don't know, because he said something the other day about he'll probably have to go to ECU. So I don't know. We'll have to figure that out.
Well, either way, like Landon. I know the season got cut short, but I'm glad I got to see Landon play. He's ridiculous, man.
Yes.
That dude's a ball. He's going. I'm just saying, league him already, bro. He's a beast.
He's a beast. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's another one. That's another one that me and him are very, very, very competitive. No matter what it is, it could be. I don't even know. Anything you can think of, we could be competitive at it.
And it's funny too because both of y'all were on the same AAU team when y'all were really younger.
Mhm.
And he was, I seen the picture. He was just a tall kid.
Yeah, he's the beast down low. And he ain't too bad at basketball either. I will give him that. He's pretty good at it. but he talks a lot. He loves to talk.
But if there's one team that I really wanted to like, if there's like, I mean, I could say this about every team, but that Corns baseball team was really funny. Like they were hilarious.
Oh, they're all, dude.
And they're like really good. That's why I was like, I wish they could have gotten a chance to exercise their demons from last year after losing states and and they would have had a great shot at it this year.
They would have had a great shot this year.
Yeah. And y'all were playing great too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you actually know Tanner Smith? Because I know
I know. Yeah, I know him really good. Really good. He's a character as well. All of them at Court Holders are some characters. Matt Kelly's he's a funny person. I actually played travel ball with pretty much kind of the Court Holders team with what's his name? Who?
Ty Cummins?
Yes, Ty and Landon and Tanner and Matt, we all played together on the Cubs team. And we would be in the middle of a play and Matt Kelly from center field would just yell something out of the ordinary, just weird. And we would all be in the field just cracking up. He's a character, and Tanner's the same way. He's funny.
And I heard Tanner Smith has one of the better jump shots that doesn't actually play basketball.
He's a sleeper. Everybody sleeps on Tanner. He's a fundamentally perfect basketball player. It's crazy. His jump shot's pretty legit. I will give him that. They actually came down the other day and played at my church. We went and played at, and he's still same old Tanner. Shoot, pass. It's fundamentally perfect.
You know, man, one of the things that's always interesting is how athletic you actually are with the bounce. I don't remember the athleticism coming. When did the bounce start coming in?
Oof. Well,
Actually, a better question would be, when did you get your first dunk?
My summer going into 8th grade. When I was playing for Garner Road, I was in probably the tip-top shape of my entire life. And I got it. It was after practice one night, and me and Carson McCorkle, probably one of my good
GDS great UVA signee. Yep.
Yes, sir. We were both like tit for tat. We were like, I guess they used to call us the white boys, me and him, because every game we would do something like an alley-oop or something like that, and we're in the 7th or going into the 8th grade. I mean, you don't see that a lot. But I got my first dunk after practice, a Garner Road practice, and from then on, I was like, oh, I can dunk now, so I'm just gonna try every time I can get a chance.
I can see that. You always go up for a layup like you're trying to dunk.
I jump sometimes a little too far, and I think I can get it, but I'm not even close sometimes.
But Carson's a dog, man. He's going to do great things at UVA. I think he was at Broughton first before he went to GDS.
Yeah, he was at Broughton, then he went to Greensboro Day.
Yeah.
And reclassed. So
he reclassed up a year. That's correct.
Wait, he reclassed. I think he reclassed down, and then he reclassed back up.
Yes, correct. But that had to have been really fun. Like those Garner Road teams with him and you and everyone that came through that organization at the time was just
Garner Road was probably
and still are.
Yeah, no doubt. They're probably that was the best organization I've probably ever played for, and next to it would be Flight, but that's the only two I've really ever played for. But having David West as a coach, an actual coach, is kind of amazing, I guess you would say. He knows so much, and you just gotta. He told us like the first day of practice, he said you need to be a sponge, and everybody was like, "What are you talking about?" But like all the information they send to you and all the information he gives you, like you gotta soak it up. But that was them few years I played with them. They have one of the best organizations I've ever played for in coaching.
Wow.
Right. One thing too, I gotta ask a question. When did you start playing baseball? Because I never remember Wesley playing baseball. I never remember Landon telling me that.
I've been playing for a while. He's really not my uncle, but I call him Uncle Prentice or Uncle P. Me and his son are like really close, and we used to play Babe Ruth together. And I was just like, I'm gonna give it a try, and I turned out okay at it. And so from then on, I've just played every year and played as much as I could, pretty much.
When you look at it too, I remember, talking to you before the season, and you were saying that, basketball is kind of where your heart was at, but, baseball was probably where you could get a better, college offering. What has it been like now since the season's done and you haven't been able to play baseball and be able to get that type of offer that you're looking for to say, I'm going to go with my heart, over what could be best or what people are saying is best for me, I should say.
Yeah, well, I was getting a lot of looks and stuff for baseball, and then I told Adam, because I had a lot of coaches would call Adam and stuff, Adam Pate, and I told him that day that I probably was gonna go play basketball and not play Legion ball, but after that it kind of stopped. But when I talked to coaches, because I said I may possibly the second year of college try it again, when I get settled down. But I told him that I'm gonna go with basketball because I've been playing that since before I could walk, pretty much. So, and not playing, kind of boring. I kind of miss school and playing sports because you get ready for a game day. It's kind of fun. You kind of get pumped up and stuff. But now that I ain't got it, it's kind of sucks.
Right. How fun was it playing Legion ball last summer? Because, you guys had a great season.
That is another amazing experience playing with Adam and his dad and Coach Chrisman. All of them. It's just a fun atmosphere. It's always fun. There's nothing really. You get what you got to get done, and Adam wants the best for you. All the coaches, and I don't know. It's kind of playing on like an all-star team that you kind of get. You ride a big charter bus to away games when it's far away. It was fun to go play at Carolina. That was probably a really great experience, actually. A lot of people don't get to play at Carolina on a baseball field, but it's just a big family atmosphere. It's awesome, I would say.
Right, too. And I know, Legion caused a lot of, controversy there, with things. What is it about playing with Adam Pate that makes guys want to go play for him?
He's probably one of the, if not the best coach, I would say, because he's been to college at Carolina. He could have went to the major leagues, but he hurt. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, he hurt his ankle.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
So he knows what he's talking about. He knows situations. He's very intense, I guess you would say. Like few practices we had. We had 30-something games in a month, but when we had a few practice days, we got to work, and he was very, I wouldn't say he was demanding. He was very disciplined. Like, you had to do it the right way or you had to redo it. But he's one of the best coaches I've played for in baseball terms.
Right. Now, one of the last things I do want to ask you here is, when you think about Wayne County basketball, what do you think is Wayne County basketball's kind of, specialty? What kind of style do you think Wayne County basketball plays as a whole?
fast-paced because pretty much everybody in Wayne County has fast-paced. Other than Charles B. Aycock, they like to speed it up, but once they get up, they're gonna slow everything down and get their plays ran right and but pretty much just fast-paced. We go fast. Southern Wayne goes fast. Goldsboro's wide open, but Aycock. But I mean, they're just pretty much wide open, I would say.
Yeah, and one of the things too, you guys actually were able to beat Wayne Country Day in your junior year. What was that like?
It was great, to be honest with you. Because everybody, there's same thing about chirping about New Hanover. They were going to beat us and this and that. So we came in and we knew it was going to be a dogfight. And I think, from my point of view, if we did not have Rudy Spears, we would have lost that game. He did he did so much that game, but that was it was pretty nice. And after that game, I called my brother because he went to Way Day, and I told him I missed a shot or missed something, and they were saying Landon's better, and I called him and told him, and he thought it was the funniest thing I've ever seen. He was getting on me about it, but it was fun. One of the funnest games I played.
It's crazy. Wayne County this year, Eastern Wayne third round, Goldsboro third round, right?
Yeah.
Wayne Country Day, second consecutive state championship game appearance. Aycock made the playoffs too. I mean, it was just a Rosewood did too.
I was about to say Rosewood made playoffs.
So I feel like Wayne County basketball is in such a good place right now, and next year I think it's going to be just as good. I think it's going to be, I think with people like this 2020 class in Wayne County, are like really good influences on the underclassmen, and I think they're going to be really helped by you guys and what you've the advice you've given your teammates, and just seniors all over the area have been helping their teammates out and trying to get better. So this went. I've been really happy to cover Wayne County basketball this year because it's been super fun. And I know, Wesley, you are one for the camera. So every time I've come in to Eastern Wayne and I get them coming out warm-ups, you either get a wink from Wesley or a point at the camera or something. So yeah, Wayne County basketball is just at a really good spot right now, I think.
Right. So Wesley, one of the things I always think about is what would it have been like if you and Jaden Cooper would have got to play together for the last 3 years?
That would have been a show. It would have been a fun show, is what it would have been. Because he loves to give the ball up. I love to give the ball up. I don't know. We've always had that little connection, I guess you would say. Because I played with him in middle school.
That's great.
He came to Eastern Wayne, and it was a blast. We've always been close, but I think it would have been super fun.
Yeah, it seems like it's crazy, man. You play with just about everybody around here.
I've played with a lot of them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everyone in Wayne County knows Wesley, right? No. He's that guy. Wesley's that guy, right?
I ain't that popular.
But I think this has been super fun, hasn't it, Kyle? Hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna ask. This is the last question here. What was the first time in high school basketball that you got your tail busted? What was that first time you were like, wow, this is different?
Kind of like a humbling moment. I think that's what you're going for, right?
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
All the smoke always asks this question to all the NBA players.
Okay, I'll be honest. It was my freshman year. I started. I think we made it to the second round. We played Terry Sanford, and we were in the fourth quarter, and it was kind of close. It was maybe 10, and Telly and Malik Williams, you know who they are?
I do.
I was say he does.
From Fayetteville. They are two of the toughest brothers I've ever played against, and he backed me into the corner, or not backed me into the corner. He was at half court, and I had to go up and guard him, and I was just like, all right, look, it's about to happen. You ain't gonna break me. You ain't gonna do none of that. We're just gonna make it easy. But after that game, I was like, all right, it's different. It's different on varsity. But I was kind of, it wasn't too big of a surprise for me because the year before we go on the road, our team made it to the national championship and in Vegas, and we played Indiana Elite, and they had like D1 guards pretty much. All of them were D1, but from there to my freshman year, that whole year kind of humbled me up because I had, I was a freshman on varsity, and Coach Manning, I told him, I said, I want to work for my spot. I don't want to just come in. He said, I've never put a freshman on varsity, but if you want to, I will, I'll put you on varsity, but you're going to have to work. And he told me he's never put one on varsity before, and I said, all right, we'll work for it.
I definitely think you have, man. Absolutely.
Right, man. We are definitely looking forward to seeing where you end up next. And, of course, we'll always be following you out. I said that I'm going to start covering more college basketball next year for sure. Because we got to make sure that.
I actually do have one more. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
My last one for you is what is the timeline for a decision for you? We looking at an ETA. What do we have in terms of an estimated time? Do you know yet?
I don't know. I can't. I don't want to say something too early, and I don't want to say something too late. But I will. I'll definitely get back with y'all because I'm trying to keep my options open a little right now. But I got a few in mind that I've got to get a virtual tour of the college and the everything. So kind of keeping it on the low a little bit, but I'll get back with you on that.
Absolutely, man. Wesley Case from Eastern Way High School, senior, going hopefully to play collegiately play college basketball, and our first student athlete guest on the Just Like Brothers podcast. We really appreciate you doing this, man. Thank you for taking the time.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
Actually, one more thing. Promote your social media if you would like.
My Instagram is Wesley_baller02. And my Twitter is case_Darren.
Right. Of course, Wesley, he actually runs his own detail and lawn business as well.
It's on his hat. Exactly. Yeah, man. Just Like Brothers podcast. You can follow us on all social media platforms. Subscribe on YouTube. You know where to find Kai and I. And that's it, man. We appreciate you guys joining us, and we'll see you in the next episode.